Okay, that's all working. Let's click off of that. Let's just go play some. Let's play some Destiny. Sit back, relax, in a game that I hate to play, but you know, somehow still got over 1,000 hours in it. Let's just do some strikes for a bit. No, we don't need pinnacle gear. We don't need much actually. We literally don't need much. I'm only really here for the bright dust. That's about it. You know, that's 200 bright dust there. That'll bring me up to what? Oh, 1,100. Yeah, that saves enough. Considering I've now got all of that. Yes, I paid for all of this with bright dust. It is a horrible armor, if you ask me. But it goes inside the collection. I really don't want to buy it later because currently I've looked it up. Okay, I've worked out everything. For me to buy that one, 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 and that one will cost me roughly £83. And yeah, I would have had a lot more bright dust, but I decided, hey, I'm gonna also buy like two of the sets for uh not festival. What's the one for Christmas? The Christmas event. I bought like two of the outfits there, which I was really happy with. I also spent real life money just to get the arms of these. But it is what it is. I'm happy that I've done it. I'm also disappointed that I've done it. I hate myself on the inside. Let's just take care of that. Yeah, we're using my good old favourite Kvostov white gun. We don't want to be generating orbs of light. We don't want to be doing much. We just want to sit back, relax. Get Cold Strike, or whatever this gun. What is this gun? Cloud Strike. I always call it Cold Strike. Cold Strike. It's a good gun. It's not Cold Strike. It's Cloud Strike. I literally just went over that. It's a good gun. Getting those headshots. They're gonna fix it because apparently it's bugged with Divinity. It's proccing 2 hits instead of 1, which is fair. So technically, some people call it a nerf, but it's not a nerf because a nerf would be like doxing its damage or its rate of fire. This is fixing its bug, so it's not a nerf. Bad. Okay. Oh, you poor fellow. You do not realize the power of a shield until it's on top of you, beating you. Da-da-do. Now, a lot of people would ask me why I became a VTuber, and to that I have one thing to say. I like money. No, I'm joking, man. I don't need to take a penny off people. I don't know. I like face cams, but I don't like my face. So this is a problem solved. Don't know why I had to bring that up, but I don't know what to talk about during something like this. I've done this strike so many times I could probably do it with my eyes shut and somehow still get a scuffed run. Excuse me. Orbas Victora. Yeah, because that's just as weird as, ours, in all fairness. We have, like, the what was it? Britain had the HMS Britannia that destroyed a German ship because the German ship that decided to disguise itself as the HMS Britannia. That's a funny story. US had the US Texas that on D-Day was the only United States ship to actually hit a target because they flooded half of their lower deck. Japan has... Oh, fuck you! Anthony E. Stark. Yeah, Japan had the Mikasa, mainly famous because they the writer of Attack on Titan decided, hey, I'm going to name a character after this ship because he believes in the thing of a good anime or good manga will succeed because it's named after, because at least one character is named after a vessel. Oh, I don't know much about the actual ships. I'm not a ship person. All I know is there's a port side, a starboard side, an aft, a stern, and the poop deck. And the poop deck is not where you poop. You learn this once and then are never invited back on board a ship. God, this gun is good. Why have I been sleeping on linear fusions for so long? Ugh. I feel like having a biscuit, but we don't have any biscuits in the house that ain't chocolate, and I don't fancy any chocolate. The problems in my world. It's a small world, but, you know, it's a world. My feet are also very cold. I should really put on a pair of socks. We just gotta leave Brakazan. Stop it. Do do do. Do do do. That's still the wanted enemy. Ah, there's the button. And then we're just going to spawn him early because I don't like taking the actual path of standing around shooting him. I'm an arsehole. And I like to portray that within video games. Because doing it in real life apparently costs you friends, family, and an entire community now hates me. But you know, I'm happy.
Almost back to the surface.
Watch for air support. This guy's too smart to not have a backup plan.
Bang, 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 bang. Could I please get a precision shot? Never mind. I'll just keep missing. I mean, it does damage at least. Oh my god, that is weak. Hey, Brakazan, I'm just gonna... Oh god, that might actually kill me. I entirely take the blame for that one. That one's on me. I risked it all, and I did not live big. Oh, hello. Oh, he's dead. Okay.
Great work, fire team.
I only died twice, and I only wiped the team once. Come on, give me a Vex one. I need a Vex one to get my last bounty dart. I don't want to actually go manually select Vex. I'm just... My feet feel cold. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Do 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 do. Pussy. Very, very tired. Yeah, I'd probably never use that. Collections. Are they in here? Yeah, my finishes are in here. I got the kick. I don't really care for that one. I got my favourites. The Kell Breaker. Okay. A Valkyrie Impaler. This one is lovely. Kell Breaker's still my favourite. This one here I don't care for. Because that is entirely made for... that is fully made for hunters. Yeah, I understand this one here is made for Titans, but still. And then this one here is sort of an all-round one, but still is very much Hunter. What did the Hunter... that's the Warlock one, that's pretty nice. That's an okay one for the Hunters. What did we get? We had to punch things! Surprise, surprise, we like punching things, because we are Titans. Titan go brr. Titan go punch. Where are we? We are on Europa, which means Vex. But most of this strike will be Fallen. There's only going to be roughly 50 Vex. Will I get them all? Probably not. Will that bother me? Yep. I, strangely enough, still miss Mercury's ones. Mercury had some decent ones, and I miss, is it Will of a Thousands it's called? The one with Zol from Mars. I miss Mars and Mercury. I don't care, okay? I used to hang around on Mars. It was a lovely place. You know, the crime rate was high, but, you know, it's like what it comes with the neighborhood. Could you not kill me? Could you not kill me? Thank you. Could you not kill me? Thank you. Yeah, you know, the crime rate on Mars was high. You know, you had gang warfare between the Cabal and the Hive. You know, it came with the neighborhood. You know, you had Anna Bray there at least. You know, Anna Bray's always a fun character to hang around with. You had Rasputin. You know, your nice little Russian dictator. You can't convince me otherwise. You know, one moment you're there, next moment he's decided, hey, you're a threat to humanity, so need to die. I do miss Phil Winter. Poor guy. Oh well. I got his gun out of it, so I'm happy. Needless to say, I strived for the one thing that all of creation should strive for. Self-preservation. If I had to slaughter a village, I will do it to save myself. Who knows, maybe in like 100 years that village could create like mass murderers, so I might have done the world a favour. And I should definitely not be given war crimes for this. And man of those things I just got. I need to get a ton of them for tomorrow to get the last of the drones done, because I was a week behind. Then I got given 2 weeks behind because of how it's lined up with my ones getting done. I lined my things up wrong. Apparently, it was something like that. It's weird. Doo-doo. You're dead. I missed. I always have to miss with that when I'm trying to do something cool. Ugh. I've only streamed 10 minutes and yet I'm shattered. I feel like I barely slept, but I've been asleep all night. Ugh. No, I went to bed at like midnight. Watched a bit of Attack on Titan before that. Decided to suck it up and stop watching dubs. I'm finally moving over to subs. And I've already decided certain characters are better dubbed, some are far better subbed. I definitely prefer Eren and Armin dubbed. They are far better. Mikasa, I don't really mind either way. Jean, I kind of prefer dubbed. Strange enough. Levi, I don't mind either way. But then again, most of the characters I don't mind either way are characters I didn't have a problem with. It was just mainly Eren and Armin. Their characters are very different if you watch the sub. The way they're portrayed are very different. Eren doesn't seem like as much of a dick in the sub compared to the dub. You know, which is fine. It's all down to like actors, different portrayals and whatever. The Japanese actor definitely portrays him more level-headed in certain areas, which I kind of prefer. Armin doesn't seem as whiny, which I kind of like. That was the one thing I had a problem with Armin. He's meant to be level-headed, but he comes across as so whiny inside the dubbed version. So because Netflix are losing the license to stream the dub, for anyone who don't know, Netflix losing that by the looks of things. February 1st, they've said they're going to remove it. So I thought, hey, I'm just going to restart Attack on Titan. It's been a while since I've actually given a proper sit down and watch it. I haven't watched it since like the end of season 3, and I barely remember what happened in that season. So might as well try a sub. I've tried subs before. I tried my first one to properly try was Love Is War. Got halfway through the first episode, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I could not keep up with any of it. They talk so fast in that show. It was incredibly hard. Yeah, I was kind of excited when they announced Love Is War is getting dubbed, but then they announced, hey, we're dubbing season 2 first, and I just want to know who gave that order. Who said, yeah, let's dub season 2 first, when apparently, as good as it is, you're not going to understand a single thing if you start watching season 2. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give that show another try. Subbed, if I can keep up with the text. If not, I'll gladly wait until a dub. There's so many shows that I want to watch that haven't been dubbed, so that's why I want to get into this sub-watching. So I thought start with a show that I've seen, and it'll be a bit easier. So I want to watch Do You Love Your Mum and her 12-hit combo or something like that. That seems like a fun show. What was another one that I want to watch that isn't dubbed? No, there's so many shows that aren't dubbed. Like I would just never watch because they weren't dubbed, and that's a shame because they look good. But me just being me, it's like, oh, I don't want to read, and then it's like, but you're missing out on so much good content due to that. It's like, ah. I don't care if this dub is bad or not. Okay, I really don't care. I gladly watch like I watched like 4 Lemon Popsicle films. The audio's out of sync because they're live action. It's like, oh well, the audio's out of sync, and it's like, yeah, well, at least I can watch it without having to listen to. I believe the films were Romanian. And don't get me wrong, they're great films. Love them. But, yeah, I truly don't care if something's dubbed badly or dubbed good. So I want to watch Interspecies Reviewers. I've seen the first episode of that. It was funny. So I definitely want to watch more of that. But I'm not going to go. I didn't go out of my way to watch it subbed. Which I now kind of regret. Because I think Amazon have that dubbed. They just don't have Funimation dubbed on it. So it's just like, yeah, I can live without that. I don't care if Funimation dubs my show a lot. I've been watching. I can't remember the show's name. It's something of a bookworm. I've been watching that dubbed, and that's really good. Like the voice acting in that is really good. But at the same time, it doesn't bother me about bad voice acting because I know, hey, this wasn't intentionally made with my language in mind. I can accept that. But you know, if you can get quality voice acting, you might as well get quality voice acting. You know. God, man, that thing's fire rate needs to be nerfed so badly. Someone died. Oh God, I'm gonna be part of that team. There we go. Get him to sod off. Go away. Hello. No. We do not want your cookies today, Mr. Wyvern. Go away. Please. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry, I'll buy the cookies. They're like Girl Scouts. We love you, but we don't want you. No. Also, I should really be, oh, I'm monitoring that. I went from, what, 52 to 78? Don't get me wrong, I would love to get through this one so much quicker. But what was it, like, yeah, 150 kills. That's going to require, like, 3 runs of this. Wait, how the hell am I on 90? Teammate died. I can take his place. Oh, don't you just love Fnatic? I cannot wait for Vault Glass to come back, man. The Fanatics was so much fun. What were they called in that? Because we didn't usually have Fanatics. Yeah, did Destiny 1 have Fanatics? God, when you can't even remember Destiny 1 content. Oh, my mind is just muddling it all together. Oh, hello, goodbye. Let's skip Frozen. No, bad. 103. Let's go. And hate ourselves even more. Excuse me, Big Vex, could you not? Uh-oh. Ow. Please, no. No, sir. Please, goodbye, I swear. Please do not whack me. God, there has to be something mentally wrong with me to do voices the way I do. I don't know what's worse, me or the people that watch me. Someone out there's got to know the answer. I think it sounded like my Iron Banner stream has a total of 11 views. It's just like, there are 11 of you out there that had better things to be done. Like, seriously, you could have done anything. You could have been out there doing your own Iron Banner. But instead, you decide to watch me. Why? God, I'm tired. I keep yawning. Ugh. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind if people want to watch my content. Hell, the only reason why I do this is just to make one person smile, but damn. Was it really worth your time to watch like a 2-hour stream? Wait, why is that red? That shouldn't be red, it should be like a black, surely. Why is the default color on that red? I would have expected it to be a black, you know, that sort of black that's around there. Greyish black, or maybe a white for the dragons, but why red? There's barely any red on it. So there's more black than white, than blue, than red. Such a weird one to have. I might even change it actually. That's what you get for buying something off the Bungie store between a certain time, or you could have picked up something that was free and you got given that. I do like that. That was for donating to a streamer. You got that plus a shader. I love that one. The complete the outbreak mission with a certain time frame. Albeit I done it when it was both and super easy to kill. I think. Collector's edition. I got given that. I won a competition. Didn't actually win the collector's edition, but that I got a really nice emblem. So thank you, Majestic. I love you for that. And that's for doing every raid before they got sunsetted. Well, vaulted, I mean. Now let's just show off that I spent money on some streamer. Hey, Nessus, we have a chance to get more Vex. Please be inverted Spire. It's not. I don't care about this one too much. I just want Inverted Spire. I love Inverted Spire. It was good strike. It was one from the beta. Everyone loved it, and everyone was like, "Wow, are we the captains for 300 years ago?" No, no, we weren't. Bife had to come out and say no. That theory doesn't hold up. And it turns out that there's a whole story arc behind us becoming captain. That Bungie's now just like, okay, Red War, yeah, that's gone. I feel sorry for any new players. Red War, as bad as people say it was, I like. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like, oh wow, this is the Destiny story. The Destiny story writers have got the problem of, hey, this is cool, but we're joining in when nothing super cool's happening. That's the problem with Destiny, and it's not the story writer's fault. It's everyone who worked on the lore, made this lore, and then decided, hey, we need to actually put players into it. Oh, players are near the end of this war? Well, after all of this cool stuff happened? There's your problem. Yeah, we don't get to see, I want to say the Battle of the Don, but that's an actual wartime battle in World War One. What was it? Twilight Gap. Yeah, we don't get to see Twilight Gap. That seems cool. We don't get to see the Dark Age, the Collapse, the Warlords. We don't get to see any of that cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's nice that it happens. You know, and Destiny's still a really cool game, and I love its story. But at the same time, it's just like even the modern stuff. We don't get to see Ashimir take upon the Pyramidium by himself. I mean, there's literally a lore entry of Asher just said, fuck it. Io is mine. The Pyramidium is mine. The darkness shall not have it. He goes in and he kicks everything's asses over and over and over until he gets to the end. And the Vex have just given up killing him because he just keeps respawning. And it's just like, that's so cool. And now he's collapsed a lake of radiolarium on top of himself, potentially destroying the Pyramidium, but also making him part of the Vex network. So, Asher's not dead, really. Maybe a copy of his consciousness is alive within the Vex network, which is really cool. We don't get to see Sloane, a character that I didn't even care for, but she has such a good ending arc. How we as Guardians have been collecting so many materials for her. We got her basically what I can only describe as a Fallout 4 power suit, and she has just said, screw it. I'm going to be the only Guardian here. I'm going to take the fight straight into a pyramid ship, and that's the last we ever heard from her. Yeah, so there is cool stuff happening in the current lore. It's just, hey, it's happening off screen. And that's the problem with Destiny's storytelling. There's a lot of cool stuff happening off screen. Which is fine for world building, but at the same time, we're not really getting super cool stuff. I mean, the last cool thing that we got to experience within the story, if you ask me, was the battle against Riven. But the massive problem with that was Riven is a raid fight. And this is what made me quit Destiny after Forsaken came out. You know, I bought Forsaken, I bought it with its 3 season passes, I was so hyped for it. And I also had a bit of Destiny burnout at the time, so that didn't help. But, yeah, we deal with Aldrin, we kill Aldrin, we've done everything, then we get told, oh, there's a new threat. The threat was Riven. This big dragon, well, an Ankara, that's something that we haven't even seen yet. We've only seen fragmented remains of them on Io, and only heard about them inside the lore, these giant shape-shifting dragons, and it's just like, oh, wow, it's so cool. Oh, yeah, she's a raid boss. And at the time, I was recently in a raiding clan, but, that's another story about what happened to that clan. That clan sort of fell in on itself. It's changed massively now. I don't know what's happening with them, if any of the people that were in it are still in it at the time, but there was a bit of that going on. And it's just like, oh, so everyone day one who didn't do the day one raids don't get to see this thing. Within the lore, you're not even a part of it. So it's like, oh, yay. And it's apparently it's only one team managed to defeat Riven day one, which is fine. That just proves hell. It's a hard boss. People want hard bosses, and you know, it don't bother me how many people that beat a raid day one. If it's 1,000, 100, or only one team, it don't bother me. I will probably never be a part of a day one team, and that's fine. But you know, you've left out this massive story boss that turns out was the mastermind behind it all, and just said, "Oh yeah, only raid teams will be able to experience this." And it's just like, what? Don't get me wrong. Destiny has the ultimatum of your raid is either like Vault of Glass, where it's not connected to the story at all, or it's gonna be The Last Wish, where it's too integrated with the story. The Taken King had its one, which I think worked well. I didn't do Taken King, so I don't know really. All I know is I killed Oryx, he then became Taken, and another fire team dealt with him for me. Yeah. Yeah, so Destiny has it has a double-edged sword,
Secured, commanders of
and it can't hold it, which is it's understandable. Destiny's for years has been
readable data artifact here labeled
from what I've heard, Bungie was ruled over by Activision. Activision wanted yearly games. Bungie didn't want that. It was apparently a bad deal for Bungie, so they've left. But now, in doing so, we can't have big expansions like Forsaken. Yeah, so there's a real bad dilemma. I mean, you have an option. You either have a publisher that wants to pump something out that you don't want to develop, or a development team that sadly doesn't have the budget to pump things out that they want to develop. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I like Beyond Light and I love Deep Stone Crypt. Matter of fact, within Destiny, it's my most ran raid. I think followed by Scourge of the Past. Within Destiny 2, it's my most ran raid. I can't get up like the Destiny 1 numbers. Albeit the only raid I ever completed in Destiny 1 was Vault of Glass, and I don't know how many times I ran that back in the day. Maybe 10 or 12 times, so it's probably somewhere around here. But look, Deep Stone Crypt, I've run that 30 times. Garden of Salvation, 27. Scourge of the Past, 25. It was... Leviathan, I can't stand. I think that was a poor raid. I didn't really care. I liked Era of Worlds to an extent. It was okay. Spyro Stars, it says I haven't cleared it. I haven't cleared it normal. I've cleared it a few times on Prestige, which is fine. Last Wish I liked. I just don't get to run it so often because it hasn't got as much pinnacle gear. Scourge of the Past, I ran quite a few times for the ordered stuff for Sunset. Crown of Sorrow, no one really cares for that. It was always let's do Scourge of the Past. And then you have Garden of Salvation, which to be fair, I really enjoy Garden of Salvation. It's very mechanical, which I like, but not overly mechanical. Some of the optional challenges are annoying, like the kill 25 effects with the final boss. That's an annoying one, but oh well. Deep Stone Crypt is not mechanical enough for my liking. I think Last Wish has definitely got a good blend of it. Last Wish, Garden, they have a good blend. Maybe even Scourge of the Past. Could you please give me a Vex raid? Vex raid? Hello? Yes, I play Destiny with a controller. Hate me. Yeah, so Destiny's in a bad spot. But no, it's not in a bad spot. It's in a good spot. Don't get me wrong. I love where Destiny is now. I'm absolutely fine where it is. But at the same time, I can see where people are coming from. There's problems. I think the biggest way to fix Destiny is not a financially good way. The way I would do it would say, hey, Destiny 2 will be ceasing any and all content within 2021. You know, we're going to get you your last 4 seasons, this is going to be it, and then we're going to work on a new Destiny. But it won't be Destiny 3. What it would be Destiny 1 and 2 combined. It would have a new engine, so then it can store more. Because I don't know why, whatever in-house engine Bungie's using, they should definitely talk with people, with maybe other development teams that have worked on MMOs. I mean, if you take Star Wars: The Old Republic, that's got so much content in World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 7, not 7, 14. I mean, again, other ones with massive amount of content. They don't have to pack away so much of their stuff for people to continue playing. So whilst Destiny, from what I've heard, it's in code and stuff. I don't know. I'm no software engineer. I'm just an idiot on the internet. So I don't know, man. I don't know how this all works. All I know is maybe they should make a Destiny 3 and say, look, this has got all of Destiny 1's content in it, most of Destiny 2's, because I wouldn't say all of Destiny 2 has to be ported over. We don't need this new light. This new light, I'm going to come out and say it sucks. People don't like it. It's too handholdy, which people don't like. There's not enough free-to-play content. Love or hate free-to-play games, there needs to be content if you're going to make your game free-to-play. Star Wars: The Old Republic, a game that I played so much. I invested so much time and money into that, and I have a love-hate relationship with. I don't care for the game anymore, but I definitely love the time that I spent on it. That gave away 6 stories and 3 species players, which is fine. I believe Destiny, if it goes free to play, should say customization wise you can only be human, maybe. You know, lock Exo and Awoken away, because Exo get some unique dialogue on Europa, and Forsaken get some unique ones in the Dream City. So maybe, hey, that should be not available to free to play. Classes, hands down, should be available to free to play. Yeah, everyone should get to experience each and every class. Maybe though, free to play players should only be allowed 1 character, and not all 3. Who knows? Maybe a subscription thing, or I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you how to do this without upsetting a large portion of the fan base. I'm just going off of what other MMOs have done. And I don't know if Bungie still want Destiny to be an MMO, because they still have, strikes which I can only really compare to Star Wars' flashpoints, or I don't know what Final Fantasy calls them. They have little sort of missions that you can do 4 players. And then, everyone has raids, which are 8, 16 players. Destiny only goes up to 6, which is fine. You don't have to organise the 16 people to do it. But at the same time, the searching system in Destiny sucks. Like, guided games, they kept that in beta now for, 3 years, I want to say? 2, 3 years? Yeah, and if it's not ready, I don't think it's even going to get... Well, since its launch, I don't think they've said anything else about it, which is never really a good sign. I believe guided games needs to be removed, and they need to advertise more. If they're going to keep with this sort of approach with their MMO, they need to advertise more LFG groups, more streamers. Sherpas need to become definitely more advertised. I mean, I definitely got back into Destiny because of a Sherpa, so that's pretty good. I'm always willing to advertise him. Anti-Solar Flare, if you know who he is on Twitch, that's great. If you don't, have a look up for him. He loves Sherpering people. He's definitely always looking to improve. So Bungie even needs to have... They need to have something for their Sherpas. I mean, even as an ex-Sherpa myself, back in D1 days, it was a pain having to go on Destiny LFG when I was on the on the Xbox One and say, hey, look, we need to do this, this, and this. There needs to be some built-in mechanic to help, because guided games, okay in theory, it's bad in practice. It just hasn't worked. But is guided games, Bungie's fault, or is it the community's fault for not utilising it? Because we haven't had we didn't have anything for years. All of D1 we had to use LFG groups or friends and things like that. And then most of D2, well no, some of D2 we had to use it. I think Guided Games came out. When did Guided Games come out? That must have been just before Forsaken Guided Games came out. And, you know, it's been, what, 3 years since then? No, it hasn't been 3 years. It's been, what, 2 years? No. Has it been 3 years? Yeah. It's been 3 years since then. So, yeah, they haven't done anything with it. Maybe it's time to put it out back and say, look, we've got to work on a new system. In the meantime, you guys have got to be doing this. They need to have something in the game saying, congratulations, you made it to endgame content. We're sorry to say that we don't currently have a search engine for said endgame content, so please find groups on Destiny.lfg, the Destiny LFG Discord, streams. Do not pay for these, though. Do not. Do not go out of your way and pay someone to take you through a raid or pay someone to take you through trials. There are always going to be people that are willing to go through that. I mean, I've gone through trials with and without Anti. I've gone through trials once with Anti and I think 3 times without Anti. All the time, I suck at trials, so I never expect to get far in it. But, you know, I do what I do. I get the stuff that I like to get as much as I can. But try LFG groups and never pay someone to take you through it. You shouldn't have to pay someone else to go through the same content as you. Because remember, they need you. For trials especially, they need 3 people to even search for trials. So do not pay them because they also have to go through it. They also want that same content. Okay? Sure, there are things like, oh, could you follow my stream and all that to go through this content? That's fair. That's fair. I understand that. If anyone is prone to that, yeah, streamers should get your follows, so then you can experience the end game content. I mean, Anti mainly likes to raid with his clan, but he will definitely help if you give him a shout. Say, hey, if you follow him, watch him for a bit. He's always like, hey, yeah, if anyone from chat wants to jump in, and we'll gladly teach you how to do all this if you're new. I've had a few friends even come in and be like, hey, well, I helped my friend Uno by bringing him into anti-stream, and he brought his friend into it, and it's just like, yeah, that's that's fine, that's how it is. But Bungie definitely needs to work on some sort of system.
They can rest easier now, thanks to you. Couldn't have done it without you, Shaw. Maybe.
So you got the tower shell, so it's maybe but in opposite colours. Stay still.
Don't let it get to your head, okay? This is only the beginning of your story. Excellent work. Return to the tower.
Yes, tower shell, but opposite colour. Everyone is starting to use the tower shell, and I'm really proud about that. Start using these shells, people. These legendary shells are good. Seriously, I go around. This is my main ghost shell. That and my bunny one, because, 4 hours in the prophecy dungeon. Doing that solo was no easy feat when that came out. I had to get that before the new expansion came out, and I'm so glad that I did. So glad. And I'm glad that I finally got a colour scheme that I'm happy with. I just now want ghost voices. I want to change Nolan North. I love Nolan North. I think he's great. But I definitely want a different ghost voice. Especially if I'm going to go like this fluffy pink ghost. I definitely wouldn't mind a female voice. But in the meantime, I've got something. It's a bit weird seeing Nolan North have this very masculine voice, and then all of a sudden he's on the face of a rabbit. But, it is what it is. God, I need to get those done. Yeah, I only have to do a flawless one now. That's... oh, tired. Oh, sorry. I mean, this is saying back to the surgeon. See, while in a fire team, you can't do that without a fire team. I can't do... What is it? I can't do that without a fire team. There's no way you can defeat all 3 Archons in 90 seconds without a fire team. No way. There are some other ones like look, as a fire team, I don't play enough with people who also have the the expansion. I mean, I have two friends that own the game plus the expansion. One of which definitely doesn't want to play the game. He hates the game. I think he regrets buying it. Told him not to, but you know it is what it is. I have another friend who seems to be burnt out in it. Uno, you know that's fine. Or he's been very busy. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. But yeah, it is what it is. So there's problems. I now have to, because of a lack of searching for a team, I have to turn around and say, "Hey, Destiny LFG, anyone fancy getting these done?" But I just haven't been bothered to do it, so that's on me. Yeah, we're gonna get that done. Yeah, so there's problems with Destiny. There's its ups, its downs. I definitely look forward to seeing where it goes throughout the years. That's a train. That's a train. Uh, it is what it is. I hope they can definitely get it where they want it to. Yay, done with my Vex. Yeah, but it is what it is. Excuse me, I'm not even gonna try and attempt to kill these things. I hate these things so much. Get across, yes. And up I go. I just don't want to be here. I've done this show too many times. I might even call it. It's only a quick 45-minute stream. Makes up for the time that I spent in FT. Well, I decided to rage quit FTL. Makes up for that. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love this game. I want to play it more, but on a Monday, there's not much for me to do. I need to do one more raid currently with my Warlock, but yeah, as I can clearly show, 2 people in my clan are online. That's not enough. Yes, one's anti, but you know, he's doing things because it's Monday. He's usually like, hey, I don't play games on a Monday. Don't know what Uno's doing. And they're not even on Destiny, all because they're online and you see the grey. That's not them actually online, because they're not on Destiny at the moment. So they're probably playing like other stuff, which is fair. You know, everyone gets burnt out. I mean, Anti's been talking about playing more games. He's very much excited for 2021 to be playing different games, which is fair. I've definitely got a backlog of games that I need to catch up on, but Destiny Destiny takes so much time out of your life. It can be annoying because you know everyone who plays it as much as we do. Well, Anti plays it double the amount that I play it. So anyone who plays it as much as him or even me, I play it semi-hardcore. I'd say, perhaps hardcore. I like to hit level 100 in the season because naturally I don't want my money going to waste. Yeah, I bought the season. I want to hit level 100, hands down. And it's just like, okay, how can I do this? I mean, I sadly have let money go to waste with the seasons due to the fact I haven't done it on all 3 characters. I haven't claimed the oh, hello, I haven't claimed the rewards, but you know, I don't play on the other characters. I don't like to. Again, that's all on me. But yeah, I mean, yes, you can inevitably during the final weeks pay to increase your level. I will never do that. I will never pay to hit level 100. I do not see the fun in that. If I am 80 levels behind, I am not paying 800 silver to get there, because I believe it's 100 silver per rank. So, no way am I doing that. Wait, is that 8? No, it's not 800. It's 8,000 silver. My bad. I'm not paying that much. No way. I would rather take the loss than pay for it. Unless it's a really nice armor, because I'm all about cosmetics in Destiny. That's why I'm so excited for Transmog to be coming out no, not next season. Season after. I just wish it was coming out sooner. Especially because this is by far one of the longest seasons Destiny's going to have. This season, last season, due to the delay, it's going to be one of the longer ones. But I don't know. I think this season's about the same length as the others. It just feels longer due. Sorry, bit of sore throat. I think I'm coming down a bit ill. Due to the fact this season's content has been very lackluster. There's not been much. Yeah, we can do the hunts, but the hunts, yeah, they're not really that great. Like, I love this linear fusion. By far is. I am so glad that I got it. I'm so glad that I got the role. I would like a slightly better role, but due to how the hunts work, I have to hope it's in the one of the 3 selection pools that I have that turn. If not, I have to do one, get that done, and then I have to do another one. And then the way the hunt works, it's not guaranteed on the role that I want. I have to put in more mods, and if I don't have the mods, I have to go farm them. It's don't get me wrong, they're a good size and bad size. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Season of the Dawn, I loved. To an extent, don't get me wrong, I was almost about to quit Destiny at about rank 70 of Season of Dawn and never come back. Luckily, Anti definitely saved me. I found his stream. He took me through things like the raids and all that, and I realised, wow, there's so much content that I'm missing out on. Endgame content that I wouldn't be able to do. But yeah, there's yeah, I do miss doing the Sundial. The Sundial was actually fun. Kind of wish Season of the Undying. That in hindsight, yes, it was fun. I missed out because, you know, Undying was before Season Dawn. I didn't have like the people that I knew now playing Destiny. I was by myself doing it. And I missed out on the title of Undying. I do regret that. If I remember right, I was missing 3 things, and that was the guns for each of them, and that's a shame. Don't get me wrong, I got the guns the next season, but you can't get trophy titles once they've been vaulted, and you know, so I missed out on that. I definitely like their season pass reward. I don't know what it was like before Undying because, you know, like I said before, I left the day after Last Wish was finished. That was when I quit. And I didn't come back until October 1st, and that was only because a friend of mine said, "Oh, Destiny, I feel like playing Destiny 2. Is it any good?" And I said, "Oh, well, I haven't played it in a year. The base game was pretty good. Here's why I left." And he said, "Oh, I can get into it." And we found out, hey, it's going free to play on Steam. And I said, "Hey, I'm going to pre-order the new expansion." And I think he even did or not. I can't remember. He eventually left. He got overwhelmed by the amount of content, which I can agree with. At the time, the content was very overwhelming to new players. There was no linearity to it. It was like, hey, let's just throw everything at you, especially because they've redone the opening. Yeah, you could do Red War, but, you know, making a new character didn't bring you to the Red War anymore. It was, hey, making a new character started you out in the Cosmodrome. But, you know, it went Destiny 1, so it's like, it was weird, and then everything got flung at you. He realised something was wrong with the Traveller, like, it was all broken at the time. It's like, oh, well, that gets explained inside the Red War story, because when he was doing the Red War story, the Traveller looked normal. It was like, he quit. Destiny 2 has the problem of, it's a sequel that does and doesn't want you to play its predecessor. And that is definitely its biggest problem. I think I'm gonna call it. There's not much else for me to do until the reset, and resets tomorrow. I mean, maybe if anyone comes on, I might stream a raid. If we ever did one, I don't know. I really just don't know. I just felt like getting some bounty time. Feel like talking, getting a stream out. No, it's all good though.